Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. You see it, I'm gonna react to it, and we'll rate it 1 through 10. If you know, you know. I'm back with more South Park, and I may or may not regret it, but we're gonna do it together.
Nobody takes us Canadians seriously. It's like the world doesn't respect Canada at all, eh?
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the jokes, portrayals, and running gags on South Park that went a little too far.
Son, can you just hurry it up? I don't think we quite fit in here.
Number 20, Dum 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 Dum. A new family moves into town and it turns out they're really nice. At school, Stan is selected to beat up the new kid Gary, but finds him so likable that he can't do it.
What happened? I'm going over to his house for dinner tonight.
Oh.
What? How did that happen? He's a really nice kid.
Gary invites Stan over to their house for dinner, and Stan finds out that Gary's family are Mormon. They eventually teach Stan what their religion is about by recounting the story of Joseph Smith. While the events surrounding Smith depicted are factual, it's framed in a mocking tone.
You see? You believe it now?
Well, yeah, sure. Why would he make that up?
Dum 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 dum. Many people believe Joseph. Dum 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 dum.
Stan starts to be at odds with some of the Mormon teachings and equates those who follow it as being less than intelligent.
Okay, so Stan has gone full on Mormon. All right, if you haven't caught on, this is a Mojo countdown, and I think it's the top 20. So we have 20 things. Here's what I do appreciate. I know Mojo is very controversial on this channel. They hit more than they miss, or no, flip that. They miss more than they hit. But in this regard, I kind of like it because I don't have a lot of context. And when I reacted to the last and only other South Park thing here on this channel that Mr. L. Boyd introduced me to, I almost had a nervous breakdown. One, because the content was just... I'm just a girl. I was clutching my pearls. But also, I didn't have a lot of context. And so this is kind of helpful that I'm getting like a synopsis, if you will. So I'm not too mad about it. I hope you aren't either. Okay, back to them.
Mormon teachings and equates those who follow it as being less than intelligent. Number 19, Virgin Mary statue. After Randy is pulled over for drinking under the influence, he's mandated to attend Alcoholics Anonymous meetings for 2 weeks.
I don't know if I'm really an alcoholic.
Then why are you here?
Okay.
Because
Fair
I got a
question.
DUI, and so I'm required to attend AA meetings for 2 weeks.
There, he learns that his drinking is a result of him having a disease that he's powerless to control without giving himself to a higher power. However, the most contentious part of this episode is a statue of the Virgin Mary that begins to bleed. The event is initially described as a miracle, and Randy believes that he will be healed by the statue.
Is that the line? Oh, God! Is this whole line people waiting to be cured?
Those of the Catholic
Andy
faith were not
somebody's
happy
dad?
with the show's depiction of Mary and tried to have the episode permanently retired. Number 18, curse words.
All right, so in terms of being offensive, we've already upset the Mormon faith and now the Catholic faith. If this is 20 and 19, I fear I may melt out of this seat by 5 through 1.
The townsfolk of South Park are excited because the show Cop Drama is going to utter a curse word, shit, during its broadcast for the first time in television history.
I feel like
It was
that is
just on the news.
monumental.
People are freaking out, dude.
Kyle is the only one who doesn't care because he sees it as just a word with no real importance. The episode keeps a running counter at the bottom of the screen for each time the word is said, and it ends up being uttered 162
Really?
times, uncensored.
We've learned something today. Swearing can be fun, but doing it all
Really?
the time causes a lot of problems. We're all saying the S word too much.
The gratuitous use of the expletive did upset some viewers, although the use of profanity is nothing new for South Park. Number 17,
Right.
abortion. At the end of season 5,
Oh,
Kenny
all the hot takes, 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 all the hot takes. I also want y'all to know, it was so hard to get that episode not completely, the reaction episode that Mr. Elboy and I did, completely not wiped from the surface of the internet earth for copyright reasons. Okay, so this is another reason why we're reacting to a Mojo countdown, because if Mojo can post it, then that means I can post it. Y'all know I keep it real. I'm very transparent around here. It is hard to react to things like South Park and Family Matters. Family Guy because of the copyright issues, and so things get muted out and taken out and clipped out and all the things. So if you have an issue, take it up with the C, the E, and the O. Thank you.
Number 17, abortion. At the end of season 5, Kenny tragically dies. Cartman, however, would end up drinking his ashes, mistakenly believing them to be chocolate milk mix.
No.
This causes Kenny's soul to be housed in his body. Cartman starts to experience memories from his deceased friend. Once he's made aware of the fact that he drank Kenny's ashes, he decides that he has to have the soul removed from his body. This brings him to Unplanned Parenthood.
Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I have a...
Hey, come to think of it, should it be called Unplanned Parenthood? Because it's called Planned Parenthood. But Unplanned Parenthood feels like perhaps it's a better brand name for them. South Park might be onto something. Okay, this is too much.
This brings him to Unplanned Parenthood.
Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I have a living thing inside of me that I need sucked out, please.
You have to make an appointment. The charge is $230.
$230? I just want you to vacuum him out of me and not put him up in a condominium.
Cartman's callous demeanor at the whole process is fairly tasteless at what is a serious subject. Number 16, Tunnel of Prejudice. When Garrison returns to teaching the 4th grade, Mr. Slave is brought in as a ploy for Garrison to get fired.
I was informed that 4th graders are a little too old for Mr. Hat.
2-year-olds are too old for Mr. Hat.
But it's okay because I found a new teacher's assistant. Say hello to Mr. Slave.
Hi, kids.
Naturally, the students are confused by Garrison's actions in class. When Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Butters, and Tweak bring their concerns to their parents,
Stan, Kyle, who, Cartman, and who?
In class. When Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Butters, and Tweak bring their concerns to their parents, they believe the boys are being discriminatory to Garrison and Mr. Slave. So they decide a trip to the Museum of Tolerance is in order. Once there, the boys go through the Tunnel of Prejudice, an exhibit consisting of racial epithets being uttered. While the use of slurs is bad enough, perhaps even more troubling is Cartman's excitement towards hearing them.
So they were saying the slurs. Again, I think I asked this with Family Guy. What, or maybe it was South Park. What type of television does this come on? Like what hour? The children must be asleep.
Bad enough, perhaps even more troubling is Cartman's excitement towards hearing them.
I want to ride again.
Number 15, bass guitar. Cartman is convinced that he can get a platinum album before Stan, Kyle, and Kenny by playing Christian rock. To form his band, Eric enlists the help of Tolkien as the bass player.
Tolkien, get the bass guitar out of your basement and meet me over at my house.
What? We don't have a bass guitar.
Your family's black, Tolkien. There's bound to be a bass guitar in your basement somewhere.
He doesn't do this because Tolkien is good at bass, but simply relying on the fact that Tolkien is black and therefore must be good at bass. Cartman is proven right as Tolkien can effortlessly play the instrument despite having no prior experience. Throughout the episode, Cartman directs his prejudices towards Tolkien, who lashes out after reaching his limits.
Oh, he tore him up. Oh. Is that also a stereotype?
Guess he got what he deserved.
Number 14, Paris Hilton. If you end up in South Park's crosshairs, the results often aren't pretty. Paris Hilton's depiction in the show is particularly egregious.
God, get me out of this hick town. What a bunch of rednecks.
Hilton is in town to open up a new store for the girls in the town to be like her. Wendy is dismayed as she sees Hilton as a poor role model for young, impressionable minds. Many of the episode's jokes portray Hilton as rude, obnoxious, and very promiscuous.
Why is her
She
eye
pretty
like
much
that?
abducts Butters to keep as a pet after her dogs keep taking their own lives. She eventually gets into a showdown with Mr. Slave where she meets an unfortunate end.
Parents, if you don't teach your children that people like Paris Hilton are supposed to be despised, where
unfortunate
are they going to learn it?
Number 13, starting COVID. COVID-19 has had a tremendous impact on the world, but the origins of the virus are unclear. South Park offers its own version of how it started.
Scientists are getting closer to finding the origins of the COVID pandemic. Yes, we've been able to trace the virus and confirm that it did in fact come from a seedy part of China.
A seedy part.
Told ya.
And in fact, we've pinpointed...
Is the math right on this? This show is almost 30 years old. It's almost 3 decades old. It says 1997 through present day. You guys are single-handedly keeping this show running. There's no way. There's no way. This show is about to be 30 years old in 2 years. Really a year and a half because we're halfway through 2025. Unreal.
From a seedy part of China.
That's great. Good
Told
for them.
ya. And in fact, we've pinpointed the virus to a certain bat in Wuhan.
While watching the news, Randy finds out that scientists have been able to trace the virus to a bat in Wuhan, but they're confused about how it could transfer species. We then get a flashback to when Randy was in China with Mickey Mouse and see their debaucherous night with a bat. Later, it's revealed that the virus actually came from a pangolin, and again, we get another flashback of Randy and Mickey. The depictions of both of them being intimate with these creatures crosses way too many lines.
What we needed was the foreign DNA that was up inside the pangolin. It's whatever that DNA was that was our key to a cure.
Number 12. AIDS is finally funny. Former Subway spokesman Jared Fogle visits South Park to promote weight loss.
Are we going to say former now like what's the word when someone like is no longer a good person in society? Yeah, that word. Have y'all watched that documentary?
Former Subway spokesman Jared Fogle visits South Park to promote weight loss.
Thank you all so much. You know, after a year of eating delicious sub sandwiches, I've proven weight loss is easy. But I promise you, I will always be your faithful leader in easy weight loss.
This was before Fogle would be convicted of heinous crimes. In the episode, he reveals that he had help losing weight from assistants, but uses the word AIDS. But those around him think he's referring to acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or AIDS. This wordplay is used throughout the episode, where Fogle declares that he wants to give everyone assistance to help them lose weight, but people assume he wants to give them AIDS.
But I still want to be the leader in a thinner America, and so I'm here to tell you that you should all go out and get AIDS.
Oh my God.
In the end, the misunderstanding is cleared up, and it's decided that enough time has passed for AIDS to now be declared funny. Although, not everyone feels that way. Number 11. Depictions of Muhammad. Arguably, one of the most contentious subjects in the show's history is its commentary about the depiction of the Islamic prophet Muhammad.
A cartoon is about to air on American television with the Muslim prophet Muhammad as a character.
So?
So? Stanley, Muhammad is sacred to the Muslim people.
Within the framework of the show, Family Guy is going to depict Muhammad uncensored.
Look at how Family Guy is drawn. They definitely still have their butt chins, but the rest is quite off, isn't it? Look at their noses. This is probably for copyright reasons, right, guys?
In the framework of the show, Family Guy is going to depict Muhammad uncensored in an episode. This leads the townsfolk to cower in fear, anticipating a violent response from angry Muslims. Although the episode was meant to be a commentary on censorship, Comedy Central decided to omit scenes that contained Muhammad. In later episodes where Muhammad is a featured character, he is only seen as a black censor bar or is concealed.
Don't do it, Randy. If Muhammad is seen, we could get bombed.
Idiot! If he isn't seen, we're about to definitely get bombed.
Number 10. Gingers. If there's a group of people that Cartman despises just...
This is what comedy is, though. Like, no one is spared. Everyone is made fun of. Like, you know, it's like we gotta lighten up. We gotta lighten up because they're not picking and choosing. We're all victims here. We are all victims of South Park. So let's just unite and laugh.
Number 10. Gingers. If there's a group of people that Cartman despises just as much as hippies and anyone who celebrates Judaism, it's anybody that has freckles and red hair.
Ginger kids are born with a disease which causes very light skin, red hair, and freckles.
Oh, no.
Nasty. Yuck. This disease is called gingivitis. And it occurs because ginger kids have no souls.
In addition to Cartman's constant bashing of them, their portrayal on the show was not so positive, frequently shown as being frail and somewhat creepy.
It's not true they have no souls.
No, I'm sure they do.
The episode Gingers even inspired Kick a Ginger Day, a holiday high schoolers created so that they have a reason to physically torment students with red hair. The most offensive moment on the show may have been Cartman being distraught, not because he realized he murdered his own father, but that he in fact had red hair.
I mean, obviously I take after my mom, but I have the ginger gene inside of me.
Dude, you killed your own dad, and you're worried about that?
Number 9, Special Olympics.
It won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is.
Cartman pretending to have a disability in order to compete at the Special Olympics will go down as one of the most despicable.
I see. After 10, it gets real bad. Okay. What? Everyone is offended. Everyone is offended. And therefore, if everyone is offended, it should cancel out all offense and no one should be offended. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not singling out any one group. Everyone's catching stray bullets on South Park. This is too much. If I had to guess what number 1 is it going to be the Wheel of Fortune episode that I reacted to a clip of? If I had to guess, is that as bad as it gets? Is that even on this list? Mojo, don't let us down.
Despicable things he's ever done. He goes so far as to adopt what he believes are their mannerisms and even wears a disguise. It's all super wrong and shows a complete lack of respect on his part.
God damn you.
The worst part may have been having his mom vouch for him when they registered for the event, which doesn't go too well.
I'm not sure. Sweetie, what is your condition?
Fortunately, his plan completely backfires as he struggles in all of the events and comes in last place.
God damn it!
Number 8, Steve Irwin.
Hey, Satan, you got a little problem. What?
At his Halloween party, Satan confronts someone who he believes to be wearing a Steve Irwin costume. But the man reveals himself to actually be Steve Irwin.
Oh, but then, dude, no costume.
Realizing he's not actually wearing a Halloween costume, Satan promptly gets him kicked out. This brief exchange could be seen as problematic for so many reasons. The way the character is drawn and the fact that he is in hell. Irwin's wife, Terry, was reportedly very upset by the portrayal. The most ironic thing about this joke was that Satan and everyone at the party thought the idea of someone dressing up as Steve Irwin was offensive, which it very much is, but that point gets lost in true South Park fashion. Number 7, Japan.
My head hurts.
The time has come. We will take Pearl Harbor.
The Japanese were definitely not happy with this one. In the season 2 episode Shin Pokemon, the Japanese are portrayed as hungry warmongers set on taking over the United States. Through Shin Pokemon, an obvious parody of Pokemon, they hope to brainwash children in America to join their cause.
The evil power is the United States government.
The mannerisms and over-the-top accent of the Japanese on the show can most certainly draw the ire of certain viewers. But the worst part was when, on multiple occasions, they claimed to have small genitalia in an attempt to fool the American characters.
So smooth.
And this wouldn't be the last time the show took shots at the Japanese.
This is racial stereotype.
Number 6, China. The creators of South Park have never shied away from taking digs at China. This is on full display in this season 12 episode. Fearing that the country of China will invade the United States, Cartman decides to take matters into his own hands. How, might you ask? By pretending to be Chinese and infiltrating a local PF chain.
And just say hello and please a lot.
The way Cartman dresses and
Okay. We got to talk about it. I have not watched this most recent season of Love Island, but they've been kicking off castmates left and right because of old things that have resurfaced. And if you don't know, one of the young ladies was recently kicked off for using a slur that is aimed at the Asian community. And my point in bringing that up is that if it is offensive in 2025, where a lot of the Asian community was like backing her up and like understanding she genuinely did not know it was a slur, if it's still offensive in 2025, what was it in whatever year this was? Guys. So there's no boundary. There are no lines with South Park. it is truly a free-for-all.
Put these teeth in.
No one is safe.
And just say hello and please a lot.
The way
The
Cartman
hero
dresses
is
and pretends to be Chinese is just super offensive, and it's hard to see how this would fly today.
So, what are the plans to take over America again? I forgot.
That wouldn't be the only offensive.
All right, so I guess that's true. We've definitely gotten a lot softer, so maybe people weren't offended back then. But I'm just like, on that one, maybe they should have been. I know it was a free-for-all, but that was...
Take over America
I'm
again? I
confusing my own
forgot.
self.
That wouldn't be the only offensive joke in this episode, though.
Budweiser?
Attempting to show what the creators of South Park believe Steven Spielberg and George Lucas did to the beloved Indiana Jones franchise with the release of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they depicted the titular character being assaulted by the two filmmakers.
No, what are you gonna do to him?
Number 5, people
There it
who
is.
annoy you.
Category
There it
is
is.
people who annoy you.
Number
With apologies
5, this is
to
number
Jesse
5?
Jackson, was a critically acclaimed episode, being praised for its moral compass and exploration of the significance behind the use of the N-word in society. However, the inciting incident and joke that gets the episode's plot rolling is just about as brutal as it gets.
I know it, but I don't think I should say it.
Oh,
Well,
that's Randy,
this
huh?
is not the joke's ultimate punchline. Randy's use of the word and the joke itself is still very much offensive. It strikes a nerve with everyone in town, and he ultimately becomes alienated. Randy's mishap is just straight up awful and as big of a fail as it gets.
I can't believe you said the N-word on national television.
What? Well, what was I supposed to do, Sharon? I thought I was going to make $30,000.
Number 4, rich people. Season 5's Here Comes the Neighborhood.
Not us offending rich people. For $30,000, you were willing to say that word on television? We know his price. He named you. He has a price.
Number 4, rich people. Season
That's number
5's
5.
Here
I'm
Comes the
scared for
Neighborhood
fourth
sees
one.
affluent, rich African Americans move to the city of South Park. One of the episode's 2 central plots centers on several residents who are not happy about this, and so they take several measures to steer them away from the town.
Oh, no.
Time to leave?
T is for time to leave, Cash Chucker.
While they state that they don't like them because they are rich, it's hard to see it that way, and we can't help but see a very dark double entendre.
Seems like all of a sudden South Park is being overrun by those types.
Hey, what are you saying? What types?
You know, those types. Rich people.
Oh.
Add in the fact that the town dresses up as ghosts to scare them away, and then it all begins to feel so wrong.
If we can't chase the richers out, we'll spook them out.
By the episode's end, Garrison reveals that all of this was done for the worst reason possible. Number 3, Cartman shoots Tolkien.
Inside the red line is... That's my grand. He was on it.
The World War Zimmerman episode from season 7.
The crazy thing is, this show's been around so long that I know, like, millennials were watching this growing up. And if you know anything about me, I grew up in a very religious household. I was not allowed to, like, I couldn't even celebrate Halloween at school, let alone trick-or-treat in the streets, okay? Like, it was bad. This was not a part of my upbringing, but how many children were consuming this television? This is literally millennial TV right here. This is insane to me.
That's my grand.
And we
He was
want to
on
know
it.
why
The World
children were
War
being
Zimmerman
bullied.
episode from season 17 somehow finds a way to combine and parody
Zimmerman
both
episode?
World War Z and the Trayvon Martin incident together into
Not
one
funny.
wild and zany
Not good.
episode.
Not funny.
Near the end, Cartman confronts Tolkien, and while it initially seems like he wants to make amends, he instead proceeds to shoot him. While the joke and the episode itself serve to highlight the unfairness and hypocrisy of the justice system, considering the controversy surrounding the death of Trayvon Martin and police violence towards African Americans, the joke can be deemed as somewhat insensitive.
You're having nightmares about the ending to World War Z again?
Yeah, so bad.
That's what's bothering you? Not the fact...
Is Tolkien the only black kid on the show? That's my first question. The second thing here is I do truly believe that shows like this are only highlighting, exaggerating, and then like poking fun at these very real issues. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. To show how just say God bless you in the comments right now, to show just how ridiculous they are, right? I feel like that is the whole premise of these shows. It's not to like, people get offended when really we should be stopping and thinking why this is even a topic. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my I'm a very naive, like hope-filled little girl. As a lot of you like to tell me, like I have too much hope in humanity. But I like to think that like after watching something like that, if you really do a body scan and really do a self-awareness check, you'd be like, if I was offended by that, why? If I wasn't offended by that, should I have been? Is how real is this issue? You know what I mean? Like I think it's meant to, one, be entertainment, two, not to be taken that seriously. But if you are going to take it seriously, I think you take it seriously in the other way, and understand that like, as silly as it is, there's so much truth to it. You know? I don't know. That's just my take.
The ending to World War Z again?
Yeah, so bad.
That's what's bothering you? Not the fact that you're a murderer?
Jury found me innocent, Cap.
Number 2, the worst costume and fan club ever. Cartman dressed up as the German dictator Hitler not once, but twice.
Where'd you get that? My mom made it. Isn't it cool?
These
cool.
moms,
The first time, Principal Victoria tries to fix this by giving him a ghost costume. And we all know what that usually ends up looking like instead in South Park.
And let me just make a few quickie alterations, and there you go, young man.
The second time around, although not donning the mustache, he wears the costume again when leading the Mel Gibson fan club. The clueless members who join the group are oblivious to Cartman's true intentions and simply follow along.
Oh, this is fun.
The joke was clearly intended to show the naivety of these individuals, but it was offensive nonetheless. And if that wasn't bad enough, they never actually realize what they're doing, as they only begin to suspect how problematic the club really is after seeing how bonkers Mel Gibson is in person.
No, come on, people. We're so close to completing my final solution.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them if you're on your Number 1, Canada. Where to begin? South Park has taken shots at Canadians time and time again in several episodes.
I'm not your buddy, friend. He's not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy.
The South Park movie's central plot even focuses on a conflict between the United States and the neighboring country. On the show, Canadians are portrayed as goofy characters with a supposed heavy, stereotypical-like Canadian accent.
Hey, how did a U.S. citizen get past my wall?
Throughout the series, everything from their politics and weddings is shown as either abnormal or strange.
Princess now in some kind of isometric cube. This is certainly breaking with tradition now.
The show's portrayal of the country and its inhabitants is one of the longest-running gags on the show, and it is anything but flattering to say the least. Which South Park joke do you find the most offensive? Let us know in the comments.
You think we were trying to convert him? Well, Oh, Mr. Marsh, I am so sorry.
We just moved here from Utah, and we're so used to everyone being Mormon that we forget not everyone wants to hear about it.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other
Lord. All right, did y'all enjoy that? Let me know if there's something that was missed or something that should have been higher up or lower. I think my takeaway from this is that in almost 30 years, South Park has somehow avoided being canceled whilst simultaneously being the most offensive thing on television. And if it's not something to applaud, it is something to at least look into. That's my takeaway. I don't know. I'm not an easily offended person, though. And so obviously I can get how people could be offended by all of those things. But again, if you just look at it for what it is, which is just a caricature of the craziness in our world anyway, I think we could all take a breather and relax. But that's just my take, and I'm just a girl, you know? All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Like, comment, send this video to someone you like, I suppose. And let me know if I need to be doing more South Park. I'm kind of scared, but I'll do it. I will. All right, go and have the day you deserve.